is the most foundational thing to our ongoing success at Xbox. When I think about the next generation, I start with who we are. Start with who we are. Start with who we are.
What is going on, guys? Dealer back again with yet another video. Microsoft are developing more games than ever, working with more third parties than ever, and of course they are making that content available to you, well, provided you choose, cheaper than ever, thanks to Game Pass if you want to rent these things, or, as always, buy them. We're covering a Phil Spencer and developer interview where they talk about Xbox Game Studios and much more, as well as new Xbox Series X exclusive games. But, of course, before I get into today's topics, I've got to give a big shout out to today's video sponsor. This video is brought to you by Surfshark VPN. Yes, it's 2021 and pretty much everyone knows what a VPN is, but if you don't, well, it's kind of important. Not only does it protect your IP address, but it protects your personal data by extension. And guess what? Surfshark have been awesome enough to give viewers of this channel 83% off plus an additional 3 months for free with promo code DEALER. Be sure and check that link down below in the description. And the cool thing is you can use this on as many devices as you want with one simple subscription. Features like HackLock ID protection enable you to basically find out if your data has been leaked or compromised anywhere. Blind Search enables you to truly browse the internet privately and securely, free of tracking and algorithms. Just a few of the features offered by Surfshark VPN. Look, they're so confident they even have a money-back guarantee. Check that link out down below in the description, and of course, remember, 83% off plus an additional 3 months for free. This is one of the best prices you'll find on a quality VPN service. Again, promo code DEALER, surfshark.deals/dealer. Link down below. Thanks to those guys, and thanks to you for checking the video out. If not for you, there would be no YouTube channel, no video sponsors, so again, thank you. And if you end up liking this video, hit the like button, maybe subscribe as we get into the topics. Let's go. Let's start with the fact that Microsoft are paying third-party studios to build big games for their platforms. Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, and PC getting new games thanks to studios like IO Interactive. Now, this is one of several studios that are working on games for Microsoft. Now, I gave a hint as to the studios that Microsoft were working with a few weeks back, and the most I was willing to say was that they had just recently released a game. Yes, that game being Hitman 3. IO Interactive are the developers behind Hitman, and they are apparently working on a new IP for the first time in about 57,000 years. Windows Central Gaming do say that they may be working on an exclusive fantasy RPG codenamed Project Dragon. And the guy that makes their codenames, well, he's Seven. No, I think it's a pretty interesting codename, actually. Now, take note that this is going to be from a new team, right? So IO Interactive are apparently building a new team for this new game for Microsoft, which is pretty interesting. Obviously, being that Hitman just released recently for the Xbox and PlayStation, well, their next game is probably going to be several years out. But again, positively, they are saying it is a new IP, which I think is a great thing. Windows Central also do say they've received evidence that this game is in partnership with Xbox, meaning Xbox are funding it. They're paying the salaries of the team. They're not paying to rip the game off of other platforms. They are saying, look, are you interested in building us a game? We'll pay your salaries and, licensing, marketing, etc. And they do say once more, the code name for the project right now is Project Dragon. That is the gist of what they are saying about the IO Interactive title. Hitman developers build games for Xbox. Now on screen, of course, is one of the documents they are talking about, listing even more details here. I've covered the overall gist here. Can you imagine what this game is going to look like built from the ground up for next generation consoles? 16 threads Zen 2 CPUs. Man, I mean, just say the word, Xbox Series X is going to look amazing. It's worth noting that this IO Interactive title is probably what that little typhoon or tornado or Whirlpool washer and dryer set emoji was for on Jez Corden's tweet, and that there are multiple multiplayer positions being filled for this Dragon project that has some kind of connected online world. The document even references the team being Dragon, quote unquote. But again, shout out to Jez Corden for the article, always informative. I will link this down below. Check him out. Hey, do you like games that run at really high frame rates and may or may not look drastically better after doubling from 30 to 60 FPS games? Well, Tom Warren is hinting at, over 50 of these 120 FPS games coming next week. And I actually heard a higher figure, which I will not talk about here because I haven't heard it anywhere else, so I'm not going to leak it. I would just say that you can expect more of those FPS boost games, more than what Tom is saying throughout the next week, including what just dropped. So they're moving volume here. They're patching a lot of these games, and I gotta say, Microsoft, please patch Batman Arkham Knight. If that's one of them, I'm not sure. Patch, hey, for instance, maybe every single Far Cry. That'd be, that'd be pretty cool. And maybe do that automatic resolution technology on like Battlefield 4 and some other stuff that really needs it, because they're getting old in the tooth. Let me know about your thoughts on all of these games. 50 plus 120 FPS titles coming next week to Xbox Series X for absolutely free. This is something that more people should be talking about. Pro consumer, you're getting all this stuff for free. Combined with Auto HDR, these games really do feel like they come forward with you in a way. Now, we got an interview with Phil Spencer here in a moment, but I just got to ask you, Chad, how come nobody's talking about this 120 FPS or these frame rate boosts for games in general? Remember, not all these are 120. They could go from 30 to 60 or double that or whatever, right? I mean, it just depends. But the fact of the matter is, you get a game like, Fallout 4 that ran at 30 frames per second, had a pretty good looking Xbox One X patch on it, and now runs at double that frame rate for absolutely free. And this is the case for a ton of different games. And they're doing this, again, for free. And when you combine that with Auto HDR, right? I mean, it's absolutely a step up. I mean, it is a big deal. I think it's super awesome. I think Jason Ron on the team, David 8K, all those guys that are working on all this stuff, whether you're a part of the Back Compat team or the FPS Boost team, whichever team does this, I do believe it's the Back Compat team, you're still part of the Xbox team that makes this kind of stuff happen. And really, it's your DNA as a team that even enables this kind of mindset at Microsoft, at Xbox. Hey, let's make these games that are older better for absolutely free. We'll go ahead and enhance these through our team. The developers don't have to lift a finger. And I think that's to be commended. So again, let me know your thoughts down below. What games you think are going to be enhanced for free. Frame rate is a big deal. I'm already hearing great things about Battlefield 4. Speaking of, I also hear that Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Warzone, all that stuff, if you were experiencing stuttering, that is now fixed. So yeah, check out Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Yes, the 2019 game. Apparently the stuttering is fixed in the multiplayer. If you've got BRR, it's apparently much better as well. I had received a message about this, so I just wanted to throw it out there. Again, let me know your thoughts as we get into the Phil Spencer interview. Phil Spencer had an interview, or kind of a live panel with developers, where they did discuss the culture and their approach for Xbox titles.
Is the most foundational thing to our ongoing success at Xbox. When I think about the next generation, I start with who we are. As Team Xbox, we think about it in three perspectives. Who we are as a team, we've touched on that one. We also think about the products that we build, and are we building products and services that are safe and inclusive for everybody? And then we think about the role that we play in the industry of being out there. We're not always perfect. We make mistakes every day. But being public about those mistakes, learning from them, sharing with the community the work that we're doing and the learning that we're going through, we think is something that everybody should embrace, because we're on a journey together as an industry to really reach the full capability of what gaming, the impact that gaming can have.
Really passionate about how the company has evolved in the last 7 years. I think it's a different Microsoft, it's a different Xbox, and I feel really fortunate to be in this way internally, but also in the industry. Things have changed a lot, and I'm very excited about have the opportunity to meet with studios from different regions, different places, and I do see video games in different layers, works of art, and as a manifestation of culture.
So this is basically Microsoft doubling down on, hey, we're not going to change a studio's culture, aka we're not really going to tell them what they can and can't build, in what way they can do so, and if their idea just isn't cool enough for maybe an American audience, for instance, they're just going to give you ultimate creative freedom. And I think that's a great thing. Now, if you've actually watched the source for this, you will know that they also cover several social issues and some things that are happening inside of Microsoft. And I'd say that, hey, yes, this is good. Give people equal opportunity, take in the talents of all, and of course, treat people as they deserve to be treated. Blindfold everybody so we can all act like adults and treat each other with respect. Apparently, we're all still 4 years old. It actually does blow my mind that there are people out there that still look at someone's color or the way that they might talk before they take in who they are as a person, give everyone an equal shot based off of their intelligence for their particular job. Are they better than the person next to them? And ultimately, when it comes to video games, I don't care who I'm playing as. Make sure the characters are believable, seated in their environment. Just make a great game and do what it takes to do so. This video is not going to fix any issues. It's not going to do the topic justice. It's just, hey, quickly, my thoughts on, well, my perspective, my viewpoint. Treat people well. And I think that goes for everybody. Try to treat people well, because one day, you never know, they might not be here. And unfortunately, throughout the last year, myself, along with many of you, have learned what that's like. Loved ones, friends, doesn't matter. You never know when the last time you'll see them will be. So again, let me know your thoughts on all of this stuff, guys. Sorry, kind of a gloomy ending here, but just know that I have all the great intention in the world to really, perhaps not depress you so much in the next video. To be serious, thank you for watching this. It's because of you that, I'm able to kind of talk about video games and run a podcast and just meet so many cool people throughout the years doing this. So again, thank you to all of you, every single one of you that share videos out and hit the like button and subscribe and all that stuff, especially the patrons. You guys are amazing. By the way, if you don't know, I do have new shirts up. They've been redesigned, redone, all that good stuff. That link is down below. You can also follow me on Xbox Live at ii_dealer_ii, on Twitter at dealer_gaming, and of course, subscribe here for all the latest and greatest. Check out the last video. Check out the links down below. You guys are awesome. I'm Dealer. I'm out.